And I finally have a ripe one! Yay! Got another one there forming as well. So that's awesome. I'm going to let this one go. Hello, howdy, and welcome back to the plant room. I'm Catherine, the Aerogarden homesteader. Today is about everything. So the kale is looking great, although I do have a yellow leaf in the back, so I might need to increase the feeding on that. This one is growing tall again. I've got some big leaves mixed in with some smaller leaves, although I have some here that are not quite as curly. That's kind of odd, but yeah, it has definitely, I don't know if you can see, it's pushed out some really big thick side growth now. So it's gotten bushier, but I think some of the ones down here are actually starting to grow a little bit bigger. They do look a little bigger from last time. So maybe it'll continue bushing out, but I don't have a lot of room for the light to go up any higher. I don't know if you can see that, but there's just a little bit of space here. So this is kind of as high as it'll go while it's on this shelf. We'll have to see what happens. Oh my goodness. I just can't wait. I think it's growing a little slower in the Aerogarden than it would have if it were outside. I don't know if some of that is due to it being warmer in here. This is a cold weather crop. But this one still hasn't really closed up. It's hard to describe. It just still seems really open in there. Like these leaves have gotten bigger, but they haven't sealed around to create a head. This one, it doesn't seem like it's heading, if that makes any sense. So I don't know. I do think I will try to give it more food this time, because I do have some of the leaves on the bottom seem like they're not in as good a shape as they were before. Now I always lose like a bottom leaf, but I don't know, it seems a little different this time, like it's gone a little further up. It's not just the bottom leaf, if that makes any sense. So did you notice what's missing? The lettuce is gone. So it's the last of the lettuce, all gone, no more. This will also be going out as well, because I don't know if you can see, it's kind of in poor shape. I don't know what happened. I don't know why it's doing that. It's just kind of weird. The leek actually looks amazing. Like, geez, if I wanted more leek, it has pushed up against the light actually, and it's causing condensation. That's just lovely. Okay, so this one never really got its legs under it. It's kind of looking poorly. That one is actually, it looks like it's dead. And this is the only one that still kind of looks good. This one back here, they still have like a green section. They're still growing, but they don't look like I want to eat them. So this will probably just have to come out, and that will make room for, I guess I could put the kale down here and give it more room. That way I can raise the light standard on it and give it some more space, but again, I have to decide how long I want the kale going for, because I really want to focus on my outdoor garden right now. I can always plant more stuff inside. Okay, so I think these are the mild Anaheims. This one back here is looking great. It hasn't changed color yet. These ones, they've got their color change going. I did pick some and use those in a nice salsa, so that was pretty good. These ones are doing really well. I wish I remembered what they were. I mean, look at this. This has gotten like incredibly bushy growth all of a sudden. I think some of it's because I've been feeding it. This one has not been growing, pushing out a lot of new growth. It's got little signs of new growth here and there. I don't know if you can see that new leaf down there, but this one doesn't look good for some strange reason. Just looks poorly. This one looks amazing. Like, I should probably just take out the Anaheim and let this one just take over, which it's kind of leaning away from the Anaheim, so it doesn't really matter. So, it doesn't have a ton of peppers, but I don't know if you can see, but there's a lot of new flowers forming. There's actually a flower back there. That's a couple of them open. Man, I don't know if I can show you that. So many leaves. There we go. Some new flowers back there. New flowers. Just new flowers everywhere. I gotta raise the light, actually. Tomatoes. Yes, I still have not picked the tomatoes. They're doing good. Got some poor branches down here, so I gotta just kind of go through and do a little bit of maintenance. I don't always have time for it, so it kind of gets forgotten, but it's pushed out a lot of new growth since I started increasing the food. The tomatoes are doing good. I just gotta reach in there and just pick them, get them going. Got just a bunch of them, actually. That might make more than a small bowl of salsa this time. The jalapenos are looking good. And I finally have a ripe one! Yay! Got another one there forming as well. So, that's awesome. I'm gonna let this one go. It actually feels nice and soft. Like it's not firm. So these ones are really firm. They have no give to it, but this one's got a little bit of give to it. So, probably let that go a little bit longer, and then I'll pick it and harvest it for seeds. I mean, I'll eat the pepper too, but I'll harvest it for seeds. But yeah, no, this is looking really good. It's mostly the spider mites that are causing problems. I can see, I don't know if, right in here, there's like little webs and things. I could just prune it all the way down to the bottom and it would probably push out a whole bunch of new growth. But the issue isn't just getting the spider mites off the plant. The issue is actually the spider mites get into the hood. So I don't know if you can see, but they like live on the hood, they live in the hood where the lights are. Like, you just can't get them out unless you like clear out the plants. And then have like a period of time, it's about a week or so, for their life cycle to finally die off. So that's really what I would have to do, and it sucks and it's sort of bad, but in a way it's good timing because this way I can clean out the room, get my seedlings done, get the seedlings out and in the ground, and then I can start a new garden, you know, once I have the time again. So it kind of works for the best, but, you know, it kind of sucks too. It would have been nice to carry some of these through, some of the peppers. Okay, the other tomatoes are, oh my gosh, it's just a bushy jungle of growth. So I don't know how much longer these have, just because it's like some of the you know, leaves are kind of going, but it's pushing out so much new growth. I mean, look, this branch is just, I don't know where it's going, but it's just going off and doing its own thing. So the problem is, if it actually starts making tomatoes, which I haven't really come through and tapped the flowers, but if it does start making tomatoes, it's going to weigh this branch down. I'm going to have some problems. Oh, look at that. It's actually making tomatoes. Look at that. There's a little tomato there. Okay, so if your plants kind of look a little poorly, give them more food. Okay, the little bell, this was the baby bell, I think. It kind of still looks poorly. Mostly it's the leaves, but it is pushing out new growth. So I don't know if you can see that. That's new growth there. And I think there's a little bit over here, maybe? Hard to tell. Oh yeah, there's some right here. I don't know about right here, but... So, kind of looks like it's got, like, bumps on its leaves, like something's growing on it. I can't tell. This is looking good. It's got new flowers. It's got all new growth. I need to go through and probably just, if there's older leaves still on here, I can take those out. So yeah, no, it looks good. I don't know if you really care about the strawberries. I feel like that one there now has 2 green leaves, and so does the one back there. Kind of has 2 new green leaves. So, I mean, I don't know, maybe? Soil's a little dry, gotta give it some more water. Kale is looking amazingly well. I did have a suggestion to dehydrate it and use it that way. I don't use kale when it's fresh, so while that was an awesome suggestion, I don't think it would work well for me because I dehydrated some zucchini and I thought, oh, this will be great, I'll use it, and I haven't used it yet. So I need to find a way to use kale fresh in ways I like it, and then maybe dehydrating it would also be a good way to use it. So I have to see. I have to experiment more. I just don't have a lot of time to cook up new recipes and eat them because I feel like I'm always chasing after leftovers from the kids, because the kids don't always eat leftovers. Okay, down here, I know I'm kind of jumping around a lot, but oh my goodness. Yes, definitely, if you are sort of stalled out on your plants, give them more food. Like, what does it hurt? All of this new... Look! I have a new pepper! I have a new tomato, I have new peppers, I have a whole bunch of new flowers. Like, just give them more food. Don't follow the recommendations if your plants just seem like they need more food. I actually think that the broccoli could have used more food. I've been getting a lot more yellowing in the leaves, but I just got rid of the last of the lettuce, and I might just let the plants go a little longer and see if they can push out a bunch of florets, and then if I can just kind of have a small broccoli roast. I don't think it's going to do enough. I think I've sort of picked it down, and that's kind of what we're getting. You know, I look at these every week, and every week they look the same. I was so happy I actually got those old seeds to grow, and they seem to have stalled. It's kind of weird. I really wanted chive in my garden. I was hoping to start up a nice herb garden in one of my raised beds, and I wanted chive, and oh well. Looks like I'll get rosemary though. There's so many in here. Like, it's just insane. Boy. Okay. These onions are still doing... I don't know what they're doing. They just look like they're not doing well. These ones look like they're doing okay, which is odd. They looked like they were doing well before, but like, I don't know, it's just weird. They're getting enough water. I don't think they're getting too much water, but these ones look okay. That one looks good. That was the leek. Okay. And then the celery looks okay. They're still quite small, but they are a little slower. So I'm going to have to move the fan. Okay, and these ones are looking really good. These are all the peppers. So we got 2 rows of jalapenos right here. I don't know if you can see these two rows here. So they're doing pretty good. Although I had 2 that it's like they started coming up, and then for some strange reason, I don't know if they the seed cap broke off. Oh, I think I had 3 of them. But it's like the seed cap broke off and it took the leaves with it, so they're not gonna keep forming. I actually probably should just pull those out, but they don't even want to pull out. They had good growth. So, okay, well. Oh, this one's actually not doing too good either. That's a fail there. So, this one I only had 2 come up, which is kind of sad. These are the Anaheims. I have 1 row of Anaheims. I figured that would probably be plenty. I got a row of green peppers, and then a row of, I forgot what I planted, but it was more peppers. And then the asparagus is doing pretty good. I got 1 here, 2. I think I got 2 that are slightly yellow compared to this droopy one here. They're slightly yellow compared to the other ones, so not quite sure what's going on, but the rest of them all look healthy. They're actually like growing up into the light, which I have already raised. I don't think I can raise it any further. I can give it a try, but I don't know. I might actually have to turn the tray and have them be not under the light, but I'm afraid they would start getting, they'd start bending. So, well, that is all of the plants and the seeds and what's going on. I need to clear out the broccoli. I need to clear out the green onions and leek, and I probably need to find a way to save up the kale, even if I have to dehydrate it and use it in other things. But that'll help me clear out the room so I can put more seeds, because I think that, I have to look at the calendar again. I don't think it's next week, but I think it's the week after I will be starting my tomato seeds. And I like to start a ton of tomato seeds. I know that I can kind of sell some of the extras locally, or I can give them away, so it's not a problem if I start too many. I'd rather have too many and just sell them or give them away than have not enough, is really what it boils down to. We really like our tomatoes. It's one of the most successful things that I've been able to grow in the garden. So I'm going to lean into that. But I need the space. And that'll probably be in about 2 weeks, so keep an eye out for that. And then, I don't know if you guys know, but the community tab is open. I have been posting to that. I mostly have just been posting when the video is coming out. But if you want to see something else in there, if you want to see like just, random updates or just pictures of how things are doing, I can do that too. Just let me know below. So, and thank you guys so much for subscribing. I mean, I'm like right on the cusp of getting 100 subscribers, and it is just so awesome. You guys are great. I love that you have been coming along with me on this journey, and let's keep this going. So, make sure you like and share so other people can also find this video. Subscribe if you haven't already. Push me over 100. Come on, you guys, you can do it. And I will see you next time on the AeroGarden Homestead.